And good evening to you. We are all here. Welcome to our severe weather special. Over the next half hour, our weather team, we're going to be talking about the different types of severe weather that can affect our region and how you can stay safe and be prepared when severe weather threatens.
Yeah, that's right. And we are just about to enter severe weather season right now. So it's typically within spring months, March, April, and May, but especially April. This is when thunderstorms start to become more common.
That's right. The most common type of severe weather in our area is damaging winds from severe thunderstorms. Other types of severe weather also include hail from flooding and an occasional tornado. So what exactly makes a thunderstorm severe? Tavian, why don't you explain for us?
Well, Mike, a thunderstorm is considered to be severe when it produces wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or greater and or produces hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger, which is about the size of a quarter. So either of those two. The National Weather Service will call for a warning when a storm is already at this strength or if they predict that it could reach it.
All right, Tavy, thank you very much. And hail can certainly come in many different sizes.
And here's Mike on how hail exactly forms.
When talking severe thunderstorms, one element is hail. Of course, we get lightning, possible tornadoes, torrential downpours, but hail can be a major player. And we have all different sizes of hail, and there's a reason why we go from pea-sized hail all the way up to grapefruit-sized hail. And it all depends on the updraft strength of a thunderstorm. It takes all this water, pushes it up into the cloud, it freezes it once it goes above the freezing level. The updrafts keep it suspended in the air, so the longer and more times it goes and cycles through the updraft into the higher parts of the cloud, the more layers you add to the hailstone itself. Eventually, the updraft strength gets overtaken by gravity. Gravity takes hold, and eventually that hail falls to the ground. And as I mentioned, hailstones can be formed in many different sizes, from pea size, which is quarter-size hail, all the way up to nickel, quarter, golf ball, and even grapefruit-size hail. Now, we don't typically get grapefruit-size hail here in East Tennessee, but it is likely that we could get golf ball, hen egg, or sometimes even tennis ball-size hail here around town. That's why it's super important when severe weather hits East Tennessee as we head into the spring months to pay attention and stay weather alert.
Mike, all good tips right there. And another weather hazard that we often have to deal with is flooding.
Yeah, flooding is responsible for the most storm-related fatalities in the U.S. ahead of tornadoes, hurricanes, and lightning.
So how can we stay safe when the floodwaters start to rise, Tavian?
Well, with just 6 inches of fast-moving water, Mike, it can knock an adult off their feet. Now, a foot of water can sweep away a car, and 18 to 24 inches of rushing water can push a SUV, a truck, or a van fully off the road. Now, according to the CDC, more deaths occur from flooding than any other thunderstorm-related hazard. And over half of all flood-related drownings occur when a vehicle is driven into hazardous floodwaters. And if you choose to put your own safety at risk and end up in a bad situation, you also put the lives of the folks who come to rescue you at risk. It's always the right decision to just not drive through those floodwaters. It's why we say turn around and don't drown. Never drive through those floodwaters, okay? Even if you've driven that road a million times, you know it like the back of your hand, you can just never be sure how fast that water is moving or how deep it is, or if the road that's under that water has been compromised.
And I think that's key because floodwaters and water in general is a big erosion property.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we've talked about how thunderstorms are dangerous because of the lightning, the hail, and the torrential rain that can lead to flooding and, of course, Todd, flash flooding.
Yeah, and most of the damage that we see from severe storms, though, it's actually caused by strong wind gusts from straight-line winds.
And that's why it's a good idea to trim back the trees that are close to your home and remove dead branches before they do some damage. One of the biggest concerns when it comes to severe weather are falling trees. Determining if a tree is dying or dead will help before a big storm heads your way. It's just as important to check on your trees as it is to do routine home maintenance. If you're unsure of what to look for in your trees, remember the 3 Ds, which are death, disease, and damage. Healthy trees are better able to withstand storms and have strong roots and are also disease-free. Standalone trees are more likely to fall because they don't have an extensive root system, while multiple trees have root systems that can also keep the trees more stable. Strong winds and heavy rain can knock a tree down very fast, and other events such as drought, ice and snow can cause damage to trees, which can be very impactful during severe weather. Contact a professional arborist who can point out issues with the trees in your yard. This could help prevent issues when it comes to the next storm. And 40 to 50 mile-per-hour wind gusts can cause minor power outages around here, and that doesn't even meet the criteria for severe thunderstorm warnings to be issued.